In today's video, I am going to be breaking down 3 baseline inbounds plays that could potentially give you some open dunks. So let's get down and let's check these out really quickly. If you want a very deadly defense that can shut down everyone's offense, make sure to go check out the Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book that is down in the description below. Okay, so this first play, we want to try and get a dunk for player 5. And the whole main idea here is we want to try and set up a little bit of a decoy on this side, but at the same time we want this dunk, and you may only be able to run this play once, maybe twice through before it gets too obvious. So what we are going to start with is player 4 is going to set a back screen on player 3, and he's going to be popping out towards that corner. This is more of a decoy because we want to try and show that, yes, we're trying to get a 3 over here, something totally opposite of what we're trying to go for. At the same time as that's happening, we're setting a back screen on player 5, and this is where our dunk will come in. So this is going to be the lob that is going to set up that dunk. Now, if that's not there, let's say they close it off. Player 4 is going to set one more screen over for player 2, who's then going to curl towards the basket, and that's going to be our third and final option. Player 4 will pop as a safety. Now, this second play, we're going to try and get that lob dunk for player 4. And what we're going to try and do here on this inbounds is, and it's almost way too obvious at the same time too, so where we're going to set this back screen elevator on player 4. He's going to go between these two players. Meanwhile, what we're going to be having is, if he's available for that dunk, obviously we're going to lob up that pass for player 4. However, that's not the end of this play. We want player 3 to set that screen in for player 4. If that lob is not there, player 4 is going to continue through, and he's going to be popping out off of that screen of player 3. While this is all happening with this cut, if that dunk's not open after he pops after that screen, 2 is setting that screen for player 5, and this is going to be our secondary option. You could set up a lob from this side, but in reality, a bounce pass would be probably a much easier idea, and player 2 will then be our safety. In our third and final play, what we are looking to do here is have player 4 set up at the free throw line extended here. We're going to set up in almost like a triangle on that far side, the non-ball side. And what we're going to start with is player 2 setting that screen for player 5. Player 5 is going to be coming off of that screen, and he's going to be sprinting down that middle of the key. Now, if that lob is open for that dunk, you can take it. If it's not open, now after player 2 sets that screen, player 3 is going to be setting that screen for player 2. Player 2 is going to be using that screen. He's going to be looking to cut to the basket. Now, of course, you could set up a lob dunk here, but that's not going to be the main option. It's just going to be a nice bounce pass, layup, something very simple. However, the reason why we have player 4 set up at that free throw line extended is for him to set that pin down for player 5. If that initial drive, that initial cut isn't open for that dunk, he's going to be popping off of player 4, using player 4 as a screen as our secondary option. Meanwhile, player 2 is cutting to the rim, and player 3 is going to be our safety. So now player 1 essentially has 4 options. The first one was player 5 coming down the middle of the key. Second option, or secondary options, is player 5 popping, or player 2 cutting back door. Make sure to go check out that Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book that is down in the description below. I hope that these basketball plays help you become a better basketball team and, of course, win more games. If they do, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again in my next video.